Hello! It is another video with Zuli, helping you build your blogging empire and actually make a living writing about what you love. This video is all about business expenses, what you're going to be spending, what you should be spending, things that you shouldn't be spending money on as you begin to build your business. Stay tuned until the very end because I'm going to reveal my April 2021 medium income, which was by far my best month yet, not even including the $500 bonus that I earned. Before I go any further, I want to take a minute to say thanks to Hatch for sponsoring this video. Hatch's business checking account is specially designed for entrepreneurs like you and me who don't want to have to spend a lot of money starting our business. There are no NSF fees. You get 5% cash back on purchases. You get rewards and discounts at gas, hotel, restaurants, car rental, a lot of the business expensey kind of things that you're going to be using as you build your business. You also get discounts on business software like Yelp, Indeed, Gusto. When I was looking over the benefits, the really main one that stood out to me was just keeping your business and your personal accounts separate. When I was doing my very first tax season this year as a solopreneur, it was messy because it was all in my personal banking accounts and it was a nightmare. So with Hatch Business Checking, you get the chance to really invest in yourself. You can try it 100% for free for a full year if you go to hatchcard.com/Zuli. The link will be in my bio. So this video is all about expenses. When you're beginning a blog, there's a lot of people who are saying, yeah, you should be spending like $1,000 right at the start. And then there are others who are saying, no, you shouldn't be paying a penny until you're successful. So this is gonna go through 3 stages of you as a blogger and how much you should expect to be spending at each different stage, okay? And I'm also the 3rd stage, for full disclosure, is nobody can really tell you because different expenses are going to come up depending on your particular business path. But I'm going to share just an average month of business expenses for me to give you an idea of what you should be spending money on. So the very first stage is going to be something I'll call the baby beginner. Then I'm going to talk about just sort of MISC bloggers, and then I'm going to talk about professional bloggers, people who are doing this full time. So as a full 100% baby beginner and you've just started blogging, you should be spending somewhere between $0 and $5 monthly on blogging, okay? You should not be putting any money into it at this point. A lot of people, they just get so overexcited. You start building your website, you start designing your products, maybe you go on Teachable, maybe you're spending $200 on a website designer. Don't do any of that, and I'm going to tell you what the alternative is. Medium.com is a blogging platform. They provide the hosting of your blog, they provide the audience of people who's going to read your blog, they even do the marketing for you. All you have to do is sit down, show up, and actually write something. I have written so many guides on how to start being a beginner blogger on Medium and being successful. It's where I got my start to become a successful blogger, and I recommend it to just about everyone. You don't need to pay a penny to start blogging on Medium. You can choose to become a Medium member. So there are 2 separate things. You join the Medium Partner Program when you want to start earning money for your stories, and you get money for every read that you get. And then you become a Medium member if you want to read unlimited stories. You don't have to. You can pay $0 and still earn money. But I recommend becoming a Medium member just so you can read unlimited stories, and $5 is a cheap investment. The reason I don't recommend spending any money at this stage is because blogging is hard. It's not for everyone who's watching this video right now, and you don't want to find out that you don't have the time, you don't have the bandwidth, you don't have enough to say when you've already sunk, hundreds, potentially thousands of dollars into this investment. So I recommend you use Medium as a sounding board. Start posting stuff, see how it goes, see if you enjoy it. Blogging is not for people who want to get rich quick. It's for people who love writing and want to turn it into a business. And if that's you, then you'll find that out blogging for free way longer before you have to start paying more than $5 a month. So on to the next stage. It is possible to earn a lot of money. I earned $500 on Medium my very second month that I was blogging there. But once you start earning over $100, that's when you should start thinking about the next stage in your blogging journey. And here I'll call you a blogger. You're not a baby blogger, you're a regular blogger. And this is where there are going to be a couple expenses that are worth investing in for your future, for your business. Because at this point, you have what it takes to be a successful blogger. You might not be full-time yet, but you're going in that direction, and you want to get rid of as many obstacles as you can right now. Okay, there are 3 things you're going to need at this stage, and I'm going to tell you about how much each of them costs. Number 1, you need a website. Medium is a great place for beginner bloggers, but you're going to want somewhere where you spend your own You have your own audience, you have your own posting schedule, you have your own design, your own theme, someplace that you specifically own and can send people. And I use Squarespace for mine because I find it really easy to navigate and to use. And I pay $200 a year for my Squarespace plan. There are cheaper options. You can spend about $100 a year, but that's what you should be expecting to spend. A website like my website has the availability to sell stuff, book consultations. It has a couple of different pages. You don't need any of that at first. You just need a place that's going to host your brand, your writing away from Medium, okay? Number 2, you're going to want to have a mailing list. So on Medium, when you publish something, Medium's algorithm decides who's going to see it. A mailing list is your answer to that algorithm, okay? You want to start building a mailing list, showing people who, maybe want to hear a little bit more of what you have to say, that there's a place where they can get that extra content. I recommend ConvertKit. So there are so many different options out there. Squarespace, Ghost, MailChimp, my least favorite. But ConvertKit is the one I recommend for 2 reasons. First of all, it is very, very user-friendly. This is coming from someone who didn't want to do a WordPress blog because she didn't understand how to set it up, okay? I'm not super techie. Using a ConvertKit, you can do really sophisticated things very easily, very simply, and you can get up to 1,000 subscribers on their 100% free plan. But I joined back when it still cost $30 to be at the very basic plan, and I pay it happily because it's so good. It is worth the money to invest in a proper mailing list host. Okay, so I recommend ConvertKit. There are a lot of other options. I spend about $100 a month on my ConvertKit, but you'll expect to spend somewhere between $0 and $50 for this a month. All right. Number 3, a designer. So maybe you're watching this and you're a wonderful designer, in which case you can disregard this. But if you're watching this and like me, you're not good at designing, you're gonna wanna pay someone to do that for you. A visual brand, like humans are such eyeball-y creatures, okay? We love to organize things by how they look, which is kind of horrible in a way, but you need to play into that as a brand. Think about the colors, think about the logos. You're gonna wanna hire a designer to provide at least a banner for your website and at least a logo that you can stick different places, like on the bottom of your invoices and, at the top of your mailing list stuff, things where people will see that and immediately recognize, oh yeah, that's that awesome blogger I love who's got the really cool color scheme. That's what you're going for. Instant recognizability, okay? I paid my designer, I paid her a bunch to do my logo, a banner, and to redesign my whole website. I think I paid her $400 or $500. It was worth it. If you don't want to get your whole website redesigned, you can probably find someone on Upwork or Fiverr who will do a good job for a couple $100 at least. And again, this is worth the investment. It's a one-time expense. It is 100% worth it, okay? You want to start building instant recognizability. So when you're getting to the point that things like people are asking you, do you have a course? People are saying, how can I book a consultation with you? People are saying, how do you do what you do? Or where can I buy what you make? You're gonna wanna start considering maybe going full-time. So I've done a couple of videos on when you know whether it's right for you to go full-time. I interviewed Amar, who's done that. I talked about it myself when I decided to go full-time. But that's the crucial moment at which you're gonna want to start spending a whole lot more on investments in yourself, okay? And at this point, you're gonna consider everything you spend pretty much an investment into yourself. So I have a whole ton of expenses, and I'll go through them one by one in a second, but I wanna break it down. Before I do that, I just wanna say, these are gonna be different based on you, based on what you're doing, whether you're blogging about pets, whether you're blogging about food, whether you're blogging about blogging like I do. It really depends on who you are and what you're doing and what you're good at and what you wanna hire other people to do. So this is just an example of what I spend. So I think of this in sort of a couple different brackets. So there are the personal sales. Every month I spend $120 for Teachable. That's where I host my courses, and I make way more than that in the sales of my courses, so it's worth it. I spend, like I said, $200 a year for my website. You don't have to spend that much, but I do, just to have those extra sales options. I spent $20 to buy a lifetime license for TidyCal, which is just a calendar booking tool where I just send people a link and it shows them options to book with me. You can have a free version if you want, but I recommend getting the pro version at this stage because it's just gonna save you so much time. I spend $110 a month on ConvertKit. Like I said, it's a lot of money, but it's worth that money. It is worth spending that money to have a direct line of content, a direct line of communication with your audience. I spend $5 a month on Medium, of course. And then there are also a couple of one-off investments that I've made this month experimentally. So for example, I spent $560 paying someone to design a bunch of carousels for my Instagram. The hope is that this is going to get more people to sign up to my Instagram. They'll follow my Instagram. They'll maybe sign up to my mailing list through my Instagram. It might work, it might not. But at this point, you need to have some money set aside for experiments like this, because you're not going to know right away if everything's going to pay off. You want to have a budget for playing around and trying new avenues of exploration. I also spend a lot of money on YouTube. And this might surprise you because I only earn today only like $400 per month if I'm lucky, and I spend more than that on YouTube. I spend $7 a month for TubeBuddy. I spend somewhere between $300 and $400 a month for someone to edit all my videos, and I spend at least $40 a month, if not more, paying someone to design thumbnails for me. The reason I spend more than I earn is YouTube for me, the money I make from it is not primarily from ad revenue. It's as a lead generation. So I get a ton of people signing up to my mailing list. I get a ton of people saying, hey, I saw your YouTube video and I want to ask you more. Can I consult with you? So it earns a lot of money, not directly through YouTube. And that's, again, something that you need to be taking into consideration. What earns money, what costs money, what leads are worth pursuing. This is going to look very different for you based on what you do. Like, I invested in a camera, a microphone, a proper computer, things like that, where even if it doesn't immediately pay off, but these were expenses I made after I'd committed to this sort of life journey, if you want to call it that. When you're a sort of beginner blogger, or when you're just an intermediate blogger, you really shouldn't be paying more money than you're making. There are so many free tools out there, courses that can teach you what to do, tools like, TidyCal that have the freemium option. There's enough that you can start building your business, start blogging without paying a lot at all, and certainly not paying more than you're making. At the stage where you're like a pro blogger, you will be spending more money than you're earning in some avenues. Obviously, my overall revenue is positive, but like YouTube, I spend more on YouTube than I make directly from YouTube. But you're gonna have more of a budget to play around, experiment, and try new things. So if you stuck around for the Medium income reveal, I'm so excited to share that with you. So you're hopefully seeing my screen right now. Go to Medium Partner Program. Let's see what April, $4,800. So that was $4,300 plus a $500 bonus from Medium. Most of it came from one viral article of how I earn money and how what my work life is like. So yeah. If you enjoy this video, if you have any questions about business expenses, post them below. I'm more than happy to help out and answer any questions I can. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, maybe give Hatch a try, support the sponsors that support me. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.